each and everyone. My name is Natalie Ramos, aka QueenDomNation. I am from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm here to do spoken word poetry. My first poem is called The Color We Lack. Every morning I wake up, not to redemption songs, but gunshots, parading in our abandoned project streets. Police brutality lying naked at our feet. Another brother lay lifeless on the ground. So tell me, where did Harriet Tubman, Trayvon Martin, or the freedom writers go wrong? It brings my eyes to tears the way our people's music are degrading our own ears. We no longer sing of love but hurt. Now we're abusing our lyrics like if it was a joke. A place with kids screaming in pain, faced with the shame that they don't even know their own father's name. Mothers doing drugs to survive, anything to keep their families alive. Yet they call me black, I call me brave, to live in a society that condemns the human race. A place where culture no longer belongs. And as a black man or woman, we have to stand firm and strong in order to get along with the white supremacies. Martin and Malcolm X found it hard for a race. Rosa Parks played a part, even though her name was disgrace. Yet they say the government has not done wrong to our people. But our young men are still shunned by poverty, drugs, and guns. Our ancestors will still be proud because they too were born so that our historical background will forever live on. My beautiful, loyal, ambitious, creative, kind Nubian kings and queens. That's exactly what the letters black means to me. Black History Month is not just a theme. It still plays a big part in the American dream, in which we are still working hard to accomplish. Remember, respect is earned, and that is what our history lacks. So wake up, my people. This ain't words, it's facts. Thank you.
Welcome to the QueenDomNation show. I'm your host, Lady M. I'm sitting here with my co-host,
Queen C in the building.
and our other co-host.
Lovely Mom.
We would like to thank you guys for entering the Queendom today, where we enlighten, entertain, and educate you on so many different issues. Queen, what else do we do on the Queendom?
In the Queendom, we will be our direct source of information, news, fun, and entertainment.
Yes.
We, the Queens, Queen C,
Lady M.
Lovely Mom.
we will bring you essence, beauty, black culture, issues related to society, rhythm, and soul.
Yeah, so with that being said, we're going to talk about our last show. We had Pastor Anthony Smith on the last show from the Mission House here in Salisbury, North Carolina. He taught us quite a few things on the show. You can also go to Studio 420 Productions on YouTube and catch his show where he talked about what it means to have black history in your community, in your city. He told us he was from Birmingham, Alabama, and how the civil rights movement played a big part down there in Birmingham, Alabama. He talked to us about being an abolitionist, activist, a mystic, all these wonderful things. So if you did not catch that show, please go to Studio 420 Productions and catch our last show in the QueenDomNation. But we are here today to talk about music and African American history. But before we do, I do want to pay respects to Jeanne DuBois. I hope I said her name right. From Good Times. Such a trendsetter, fashion-wise, and such a great actress. We all grew up watching Good Times. And so rest in peace to her from the QueenDomNation. Also, I want to talk about the Bright Star Touring Theater that I did have a chance to go witness at the Warren Public Library here in Salisbury. If you would like to see that, just go on my page, Minette Minnie Smith, and go check out the wonderful Black History program that they put on. And Triple Threat Dance was also, they opened up the show. And it was a phenomenal, oh God, it was a phenomenal experience to see that. So you guys make sure you check that out. And it is a touring theater, so they do go to different cities. So check them out, Google them, and find out exactly what they do. I also want to talk about the peddling Light Factory. Me and Mahogany had a chance to go out today, and because of our show with Pastor Smith, they invited us to come out and speak about Black history to the bikers today. And so, Mahogany, you just want to talk about that for a few minutes?
Well, the Pedaling Factory platform today, they had the bicyclists and everything. And they came around speaking to different activists in the Salisbury community, like Al Higgins, Ash Love, and Miss Sheriel and Tasha. And we're talking to them, like, as their platforms and what they do as Black business owners or community leaders.
And their goal was to spread awareness and provide a platform for local leaders like myself to showcase their creativity and the valuable works that they bring to the city of Salisbury. So I was honored to actually be one of those speakers. But we're going to move along from that. We're celebrating some great things in the Queendom Black History Month. So Queen, tell us what's going on with that.
Actually, that is our topic for the month. And the Queendom is Black History Month, which, like I say, I think Black History Month should be, you know, celebrated every month, but we're gonna be extra with it this month and celebrate that. How about
extra,
that?
I agree.
Yeah, so we're gonna give it a Queendom snap on
Let's do
that.
that.
This month in the Queendom, it's all about Black History Month.
It is.
We will discuss pioneers that have paved the way for us.
That's right.
Black History Month is also a time that we remember African American music. And like I say, music is always good for the soul.
It is.
Because anytime I'm feeling some type of way, or
That's
if I
right.
need some good inspiration music, I mean, I'm getting on there, I'm putting on something
That's
just,
right.
just to make my soul feel good.
Yes, it does.
And also, the music helped with getting the message across of how African Americans dealt with racism and segregation
That's
at
right.
that time.
Exactly.
We discussed the Negro National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing,
That's right.
and its origin, and why it became a part of the entire civil rights and Jim Crow movement.
That's right. You did.
We also learned about how We Shall Overcome became a little more popular as the civil rights movement was ending.
That's right.
Today, we pay homage to musicians, performers, dancers, composers
That's right.
that have paved the way for African American music.
Exactly. And first of all, before we go further, I want to thank our opener, Miss Natalie Ramos, for that beautiful spoken word. And give her a Queen of Snap to open up the show. So we thank her so much for her rendition of African American poetry and literature.
Absolutely.
But just to give an example of a few of these artists that we're talking about, because we got these lovely ladies that's on this panel today that y'all getting ready to see perform and tear the stage up.
know, right?
So before we do that, I'm just going to give you a few people that have kind of paved the way in music for us. We're going to go with Max Roach, jazz drummer, composer. Muddy Waters was a blues singer, songwriter, musician. Duke Ellington, American composer, pianist, jazz orchestra leader. Louis Armstrong, trumpeter. Bessie Smith, blues singer, and she was the most popular female singer of the 1920s, if you didn't know that. Ella Fitzgerald was a jazz singer. She was referred to as the first lady of song and the queen of jazz, if y'all didn't know that either. She was awesome. Dizzy Gillespie, we can never forget Dizzy Gillespie, because when he got on that horn, them jaws got like this. So you can never forget him. And he was a jazz trumpeter, he was a band leader, he was a composer, and he was a singer. Billie Holiday, one of my favorite singers.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if people know, but her real name is not even Billie Holiday.
Oh, wow.
Her real name is actually Eleanor Fagan.
Oh, wow.
She was a jazz singer with a 30-year career span, and she was nicknamed Lady Day.
Wow.
Marian Anderson, singer of classical music and spirituals. Y'all, I did my research, I really did. Let me give you a tidbit about Marian Anderson. She performed on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, and they would not even let her go in a hotel and sit and get a hotel room. So what people don't know is Albert Einstein had an event at his house and invited Marian Anderson to come to his house. So for those of you that didn't know that, there's some tidbit information for you. Yes. Let's go with Mahalia Jackson.
Okay.
Mahalia Jackson, we all know, was a gospel singer. She was a television personality. She was a civil rights activist, and she was known as the queen of gospel. The queen of gospel. Nina Simone. Destiny Stone on our stage reminds me of a young, fiery Nina Simone.
Yes.
Nina Simone was a jazz, folk, classical, piano, and blues musician. She was a community activist as well. She was a phenomenal woman, and one of my all-time favorites, y'all, is Josephine Baker.
Yes.
She was an American-born French dancer, singer, and entertainer. She symbolized beauty and the vitality of all black culture, and she took Paris by storm in the
Yes, she
1920s.
did. Yes, she did.
They wouldn't let her perform in America, so she said, forget that. We're going to take this thing to Paris. She went over there and married her some counts and
Yes,
some
she
dudes,
did.
and this woman was doing
Snap all
it.
that.
So you got to give that woman a special snap. She became one of the most popular music Hall of Fame entertainers in France, guys. She really did. So with that being said, we're going to take you to commercial right quick. We'll be right back. Lovely Mo's going to tell us a few more things about African American music. We're going to talk to our lovely ladies sitting here on the panel, and then we're going to hear these ladies perform. Sound good? Let's clean up snap the commercial, ladies. Yeah.
We shall not be moved.
Every U.S. president since 1976 has designated the month of February as Black History Month. It has become an official celebration of the role of African Americans in the history of the United States.
From the Exodus story, providing hope for the enslaved and oppressed, to the Civil Rights Movement with We Shall Not Be Moved from Psalm 16:8, the powerful references in the speeches of Martin Luther King and the activism of Rosa Parks, to the first African American president, Barack Obama, the Bible has had a significant role in the lives of African Americans in this country.
At the 2017 dedication of Museum of the Bible, U.S. Senate Chaplain Barry Block said,
I discovered that the Bible is three things. It is powerful, it is convicting, and it is effective.
Brought to you by Museum of the Bible in Washington,
Back to
D.C.
the Queendom, y'all. So I'm here with some other artists we have, such as Robert Johnson, Sarah Vaughn, Jelly Roll Morton, Count Basie, Nat Coleman, John Coltrane, Ma Rainey, and Scott Joplin. African American spirituals, gospel, and folk music played a major role in the civil rights movement. Singers and musicians collaboratively with ethnomusicians and song collectors to discriminate songs and activists, both at large meetings and through publication. The music gave the people a voice, such as We Shall Not Be Moved, was sung in meetings, on the streets, or while someone was getting dragged off to jail. These songs gave the people a sense that we had a type of power. According to the SCLC, James Bevel and Andrew Young was I Love Everybody. Jazz musicians laid the groundwork for change in the civil rights movement. The most well-known song is We Shall Overcome.
So, in honor of Black History Month, we have invited some great artists to the set just to give us some of their own interpretations of African American music and spoken word. We would like to thank Aubrey Turner, Destiny Stone, Brenda Spencer, aka Jessie's Legacy.
Let's give these ladies a snap.
Also, Miss Natalie Ramos for her contribution to African American music and spoken word. We thank them for coming to the Queendom to showcase their talents and pay homage to those artists that came before them.
That's right.
That's great. We would like for them to introduce themselves and to tell you what they bring to the culture of African American music and the spoken word. So I'm gonna go from left to right. Okay, so we're gonna start with Miss Destiny. How long? Yes, Miss Destiny. How are you? And welcome to the Queendom, baby girl. So, just tell me about yourself real quick, Miss Destiny.
Okay. So I'm Destiny Stone. I'm originally from Mississippi, but I went to Catawba College, and then after I graduated, I just decided to stay here.
Oh, wow. Who's next? Who we have next?
I'm Aubrey Turner. I'm here. I'm from Salisbury, North Carolina. I attend Catawba College as well, a nursing student. So, I'm here, glad to be here.
That's all right, Queen.
Great.
And who do we have right here?
I am Brenda Spencer, aka Jessie's Legacy.
That's it.
I'm a wife,
Yes.
a mother, a grandmother, and a great-grandmother. I love the Lord. And I'm very happy to be here with the Queens.
Because these are one on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, I have a couple of questions for you, ladies.
And then we're going to let y'all perform. Is that cool?
Yes.
All right, cool. Awesome.
Look, we want to get to know
I'm
these
ready to
ladies
see. That's
first.
right. That's
and
right.
then we'll see these beautiful talents.
Sounds good to me.
Yes,
I agree.
because they need to know this panel right here.
I agree.
Okay, we're going to start with you, Destiny. How long have you been singing?
I cannot remember a time when I wasn't singing.
Okay.
My dad says before I could talk. So he said I was singing Bills, Bills, Bills. My name is Destiny, so I was singing Destiny's Child.
That's a good song to sing. Yes.
I've been singing. Well, I come from a family of singers and musically inclined families, so I will say I've been shower singing for a long time, but my mom first discovered that I could sing in 6th grade, so that was like 11 years old.
Right. Awesome.
I've been singing since I was 9 years old.
Yes.
I too am from a singing family. That is where Jessie's legacy comes from. My mother's name was Jessie, and she indeed was a singer, and she was named Lady Songbird in this area and in New York.
Yeah.
So, yes.
All right. Awesome.
Wow, that is awesome,
That's great.
honey. All right. This
I'm
is
blown
so
away.
interesting. The Queendom today. All right, ladies, question number 2 down there. I'm starting with you again, D. What was your inspiration when coming up with the song?
I guess it just kind of depends. I try to be 3-dimensional when I write my music. I try to write about different types of topics. That's why I really gravitated to Nina Simone, because even though she was very popular for being involved in the civil rights movement, if you really look at her repertoire, she wrote love songs because she was in relationships, you know. She wrote about just personal struggles, because later on she was actually diagnosed with being bipolar. So she had, you know, personal struggles just like everybody else. So I really love that she was a human. She was a person. She wrote about the many beautiful and, you know, sometimes tragic aspects of life. So I try to do that as well, you know, because there's nothing like a good love song.
That's right.
That's true. You know, you also have to, you know, not pretend like you're in a fairy tale world, because it's not where we live in. To try to give voice to people, you know, who are not living in a fairy tale dream.
Good job.
Speak, Queen.
Very good.
Queen.
I agree with that. I agree.
Yes.
For me, I would have to say, because I haven't always wrote songs, so I just started singing songs. And when trying to, I guess, figure out a song that I want to sing, I think about my audience and who I'm singing to. And it depends on the setting. Like, I really want to connect with my audience. So that's the main thing. It's not just a song I'm singing. It's a story through music. So I like to connect with my audience. Yes.
Awesome. Queens, right?
I want to be a singer, but I can't sing.
Leave that alone.
Everybody got their own talents. Okay.
Let's see. Singing is my way of delivering a message. I try to connect with what is the program about, because the people in the audience are going to be connected to what the theme of your program is. So I try to find something. I'm not singing anything that I wrote, but I am connecting with the audience and with the theme of our program.
Absolutely.
3 different views from
It
3
is.
different women on why they sing.
Absolutely.
That is awesome.
It is.
Great. What we got, Queen?
All right. Question number 3, ladies. Back at you, D. Give me 2 artists in history that has inspired you.
Okay, well, I mentioned one.
Yes.
Definitely. And then Living India Ari is my all-time favorite artist. I love her so much. And I remember my grandpa got me one of her CDs when I was like 5th or 6th grade, and I played it over and over and over.
Her music is liberating for some reason.
Yes, it
And
is.
so when I went to go see her when she was on tour in Charlotte last year, and it was just one of the most wonderful experiences ever. So if y'all have never seen India Ari perform live, like go see her.
I'm gonna have to. And she does music. She loves live musicians too. So I am a person, when I go to a concert, I love live music.
Right.
That's how you hook, line, and thank me at a concert.
That's true.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes.
I would have to say Whitney Houston. Like, that's my idol. Like, that's what I always heard growing up. So, like, I love Whitney. Rest in peace, Whitney Houston. And I would have to say Anita Baker. Love her.
Yes, that's a good era.
Yes. So,
Well, living with my mother, who was a singer, and she reminded me a lot of Nina Simone. My mother had a lot in her. She had some blues. She had some gospel. She had a little, all right. So I would say that my mother and Mahalia Jackson.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good
Can you do
one.
me a favor? If you don't mind, do you mind giving your age?
Oh.
Because y'all not gonna believe it. Like, I was blown away when she told me how old she was.
I am 75, and I guess that's why my inspiration comes from so
in honoring Black History Month, 75 years old,
and married 48 years.
That longevity.
The same man.
I didn't mean to just but I just had to let you share that.
Absolutely.
Because, we're looking at you and you're sharing so much with us, and they really need to know what type of music, that era that you come from.
Exactly.
Because
That's why I was
old.
saying. That's why my inspiration and the people that I look at came from a different
different era.
It's true.
Exactly.
That's so true.
And I love it. But I love today's.
I know that's right.
Some of it.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right, ladies, last question. Back to you, D. How can we find you on social media, baby doll?
All right, so you can go to Destiny Stone Music on Facebook. You can go to Destiny Stone Music on Instagram. And if you want to go to my website, it's the same thing, DestinyStoneMusic.com. I try to keep it simple.
Right.
You can find me on Facebook at Aubrey Turner, and you can find me on Instagram at Heart of Worship 704 _. I think
That was it.
for now.
Well, I guess with me being in the era that I'm in, I'm not that technically sound. So what you would do if you wanted to get in touch with me, you would go to Brenda Spencer.
That's right.
704-322-5175. I don't mind you calling my number. Also, I have an email, Brenda Spencer, and it's Spencer.Brenda 1945 at gmail.com.
You better know it.
That's all right now. Y'all better get that info. You heard me?
Please.
Because I'm telling you.
That's right. And she said she old school, so you better call her. Don't be trying to look for her on Facebook, because it is not happening. Do not look for Brenda Spencer on Facebook. She just
I am
told you.
on Facebook. You can go there if you want to, but I want
Best to
just
reach
have
you.
it's best to reach me the other way.
You better call her.
Yeah.
You better call her.
This has been a wonderful show in the Queendom today.
So we're gonna go to commercial. We'll be right back, and when we come back, these wonderful ladies are gonna perform for us on the QueenDomNation.
Okay. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land, and tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. When Israel was in Egypt land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand, let my people go. Thus say the Lord, bold Moses said, let my people go. If not, I'll smite your firstborn dead. Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land, Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. No longer shall they toil. Let my people go. Let them come out with Egypt's spoil. Let my people go. Go down, Moses. Go way down in Egypt land and tell old Pharaoh to let my people go.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. Bring it to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the wave, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And for you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope. And for that we have each other. And for that we have each other. We will rise, oh, we will rise. Oh, we will rise. And I'll rise up, I like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it
and it was sent down from above. I got power. You should join the club. I woke up this morning and I said a prayer. I believe that I'm going somewhere. I gotta keep on grinding, as my daddy would say. I'm gonna make it no matter what gets in my way, 'cause I got that power. Oh, if you don't like it, that's too bad, 'cause I got that power. Oh, ain't no reason for you to be mad, 'cause I got that power. Yeah, it was sent down from above. I got that power, and you should join the club.
Welcome back to the QueenDomNation show. I just want to say we had a great time in the Queendom today. I hope you guys enjoyed our small tribute to African American music. We want to give a big Queendom snap to Destiny Stone. We want to give a big Queendom snap to Miss Aubrey Turner. Definitely to Miss Brenda. What's her last name? Brenda Spencer, aka Jesse's Legacy, and also to Natalie Ramos.
All right.
These ladies came in, these queens came in and set the QueenDomNation on fire today. I hope you guys got something out of this segment, and I hope you share it with your friends. And make sure that you go on Studio 420 Productions and like and subscribe to the channel so you can catch more of our shows. But right now, we're going to go into our community highlight of the week, and we're going to let Lovely Mo tell you what's going on in the community.
Alright. Community highlight of the week. Places to visit for Black History Month. International Civil Rights Center and Museum open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Admissions varies from little age to college age and senior. Address 134 South Elm Street, Greensboro, North Carolina. Harvey B. Grant Center for African American Arts and Culture. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Admissions, $5 to $9. Address, 551 South Tryon Street, Charlotte, North Carolina. And those are your community highlights.
Yeah. And we do have Destiny Stone in the studio. She does have an upcoming event that she would like to tell you guys about. So, Destiny.
All right, thank you. So, March 20th, yours truly will be hosting the experience. It will be held at Vibes, which is right here in Salisbury, North Carolina. So it's called the experience because I don't usually have a band. As you guys saw earlier, it's usually just me and piano. So I'm really excited about getting out of my comfort zone and getting with a band for a full set. So tickets are $15 in advance. You may go online to my website at destinystonemusic.com, or you may pay at the door and it will be $20. So looking for a night out, get your friend girls, you might want to take a date, get a babysitter. So I hope to see you guys. I'm really, really excited about that. So March 20th, save the date.
All right. And April 25th in Statesville, North Carolina, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., we will be having our spaghetti dinner fundraiser for the T.R.N. Allison Scholarship Foundation, where we've already given out over $2,000 in scholarships, and we would like to give out more. The tickets are $10 for adults, and they are $5 for kids 10 and under. And if you would like tickets, please get at me, Manette Numi Smith, Sherelle Dye, or Doris Allison on Facebook for your tickets. So is that all our community highlights?
Yeah.
Aubrey, let's get your announcement.
March 21st, Women in Progress will be celebrating their 10-year anniversary here in Salisbury at Jerusalem Baptist Church. Please come out. It's from 3 to 6. I will be ministering as well as some other groups that's there. It's coming, dancers. So it's going to be a great time. Just come out and celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Women in Progress.
Awesome. And I'm sorry I didn't mention that our event, the TR and Allison Scholarship Spaghetti Dinner Fundraiser, will be at the Bentley Center in Statesville. I don't think I mentioned that. All right. Well, we thank you guys so much for entering the Queendom. We're going to go to commercial. We're going to come back with Lovely Mo's encouraging word, and we'll give you our social media platform. So thank you guys for entering the Queendom today. Let's give a big Queendom snap for our lovely music segment. And let's thank the Mission House for allowing us to film on location here today. So we thank Anthony Smith. Come if you want to come and get in the film right quick, Anthony Smith. We thank him so much for allowing us to use his facility and his place of worship to come in and film the QueenDomNation today. So thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies.
Yes. We look forward to you guys.
Welcome back. We're here with Lovely Mo's encouraging word. To the girl who said, "Teach me how to be black." Being different is not something that can be taught. The discomfort I feel when I walk into a room where no one looks like me. The stares come from humans who look at me as someone from a different planet. The confidence they admit when they ask me if my hair is real. Every day is a struggle for me. I fight every day to include myself in places, things that they say are made for all. The moment a brother leaves the house, we hold our hearts in our hands, and the moment they get home, we heave a sigh of relief. They might not know it, but it is the truth. Everything about me and my people tell a story, from the crown of our head to the sole of our feet. Our hairstyles, features, languages, accents, clothing, traditions. I can't teach you how to be black. You want the fun parts, not the ones that will make you question why are you being mistreated. Being black is not a subject that can be taught. Even if I add it to the school curriculum, you will never understand it or be it. Enhance yourself all you want, but being black is more than that. The beauty of being alive is you have the chance to be you. You have the opportunity to celebrate the ones who are different, to celebrate the difference together with them. Squash your thirst to be something you're not, and something you will never be, and hold our hands so we can create a world where we all can be.
Welcome back to the QueenDomNation. This is the end of our show for today. We thank you for tuning in as always. We thank our lovely guests for being here today. I'm Annette Newme Smith, aka Lady M, aka Sharielle Smith, or Sharielle Dye. You can find me on social media on Facebook as Annette Newme Smith, Great Women of Men United Incorporated, DRJ Trinity Business Group, Team Up Tuesday, QueenDomNation Show, all of that. Check us out. And we're also on YouTube at Studio 420 Productions. If you are not subscribed, you need to be, and you need to like it too. All right, thank you. And I'm also on Snapchat as Manette38.
Y'all can find me on Facebook at Mahogany Pins. You can find me on Instagram, Junie_is_the_love, on Twitter, Junie is the love. And that's it. Y'all get your girl.
All right. You can find me on Facebook at Christy Sloan. You can also find me on Facebook at Slay by Sloan, your favorite stylist. You can also find me on Instagram at Country Girl 13.
Yeah.
And you can also find me on Snapchat at Christy Sloan 13. Go at me, y'all.
That's it. Get at us. QueenDomNation.
Yes.